So I bet, like a lot of people, you feel like conversions from your website just are not happening. You're not getting those sales, you're not getting those leads, and you're like, why am I doing this in the first place? And you don't pay a huge amount of attention to it anymore, and it's turned into a brochure. So I'm going to give you today, you're going to learn three things that are going to help you start driving conversions again from your website. So let's dive in. Okay, so what we're really talking about here, it's kind of marketing 101 kind of stuff. They're going to sound really simple, but guess what? Simple works. It really does. I've designed hundreds and hundreds of websites, see it every time. If you follow these principles, you can make your website convert and generate the sales which you actually need. So the first one, it's really simple. Don't treat your website like a brochure. Think about this. If your website isn't being updated over time, technology changes, designs change, what people like changes, your audience changes, all these different things change over time. And if your website is static, if you aren't updating it, well, let's change a headline, let's change a graphic, let's do this, let's do that. It becomes a brochure. It no longer works. Or it slowly decays over time and it stops working and it doesn't do anything anymore. So embrace the idea of starting to make some changes. Just get in there. Let's start. If you don't have a huge amount of traffic and you don't have a huge amount of conversions, you're probably not going to harm anything. Get in there and start working on it now. Start making changes now. Update the styles, update, make it look more modern. Um, Change the messaging to try and match what people are really, really looking for. Take a look at what the grunt test is. Learn the grunt test and figure out what can you change in your headlines to make people really buy into what you have, buy into what you're selling, or buy into what you're offering so they say, yes, you've got the solution to what I need, and so I'm going to learn more. So the second thing, and again, it's marketing 101 kind of stuff, but you need to start adding regular content. Okay. So imagine you're Google and you're looking at, and so you're a dentist office. Okay. And you got 5 pages on your website and kind of a brochure, and you've got 5 pages on your website, and the dentist down the street has 20 pages. And y'all do exactly the same services. And your little 5 page website has just the basic content. Here's my basic oral things which you do at a dentist office or braces or whatever it may be, fixing cavities. And this 20-page website over here goes in a lot more detail about what they actually do. And if Google's looking at these two purely from a content standpoint and says, hey, which one has more information that's going to serve the person searching for a dentist in my area, which one is it going to serve up first? It's going to be the one that has more content, more details that can actually serve their customers. Because remember, Google is in the business of giving customers what they're looking for. Because if it doesn't, it fails. And so it's geared to delivering the best possible websites for their customers. So start adding more content, more useful content, not just fluff, not sales junk, actual content that actually can help for whatever it is that people are searching for. When they come to your website for your kind of services, that you've got all the details you could possibly want, that person could possibly want in order to make a decision about you're the right company that I want to work with. That's marketing 101 kind of stuff. Okay. So update your website regularly, get out there, start making some changes, update the design, and start adding regular content. I'm not just meaning today, I'm meaning continually. Okay. This needs to be an ongoing effort to improve the overall effectiveness of your website so that it's found and it converts well. You have to have the content in order for people to have trust in what you offer in order to convert. It's simple. It's easy. Okay. Now we're going to get into the third item, which I talked about, and the one that's probably going to help you out the most is taking those first two ideas, and expanding upon them into the next level, which is called living content. Your website needs to be turned into a living website. Okay. It's not a brochure. If all you have is a brochure website, it really isn't going to convert very well. Because you know what people do with brochures. When you hand them a brochure or they get a brochure in the mail, what do they do with it? They toss it. It's going in the trash. Usually, yeah, you'll get a few bites here and there, but it's not an effective tool. So, how do we fix this? You work on the design, you work on the content, but you work on it permanently. You're always making changes and learning from those what those changes do in order to be more and more effective over time. So if you've got like this curve I've got going on, this slant I've got going on here, if you're starting out way down here where it's flat and you start working on your content and working on your design and making continual changes across time, is going to start improving your rankings. It'll start improving conversions. And yeah, it's not going to be something that's instantaneous, but if you embrace the concept of a living website by creating living content, content that changes, content that grows, content that improves. So you may have stuff that doesn't work. You may have a message that's like, wow, I changed this message and it just didn't do anything. Well, learn from that. Why did it not? And be able to make the changes and improve upon it over time. So both when you have failures as well as when you have wins, both of those are going to make you help improve you grow over time. That's the idea behind living content. That's the idea behind a living website. It needs to be dynamic. It needs to grow. It needs to improve. And if you do this, you are going to get more conversions. You are going to drive more sales for your business and your organization. Or if you're like a nonprofit, you may drive more donations, whatever it is, whatever the goal of your business is. If you embrace this concept of living content, a living website, you're going to drive conversions. It's just natural. It's what's going to happen. Google sees you improving. Google sees you growing. Your customers see you growing. New people that are visiting your website see, oh, okay, yeah, this is modern. This is interesting. This meets my needs. This solves my problem. I want to use you. I want to buy your product. This is the kind of thing that's going to help you grow as a business. Simple as that. Like I said, this is marketing 101 kind of stuff. Don't be a brochure. Think about this from the standpoint of always changing things, always improving things, learning what's happening in your business with digital media in order so that you can drive more sales into your organization and grow business. And your customers will be happy for it. Everybody in your business will be happy for it. So get out there, do it. Like I said, update your website, the design of it in order to prove conversions. That's going to be one of your very first steps. Start creating content that can get out there. Change your headlines, not just a brand new look. Oh, let's go create a blog post. And we're talking about all of your content, changing content on the homepage, adding new descriptions on the services, testimonials. That's a big one. Get testimonials out there. I'm not talking just text content. I'm talking video content also, guys. And yeah, that takes a greater investment, but it is worth it. So get out there and embrace changing content regularly. Create a living website in order to drive the conversions to your website. Okay? So hopefully this helps out. Get out there and embrace it. These are not hard things to do. You can do it, and we can help you do it too. All right. Thanks, y'all.